Thank you. Next, the gentleman from Pennsylvania, Mr. Thompson, for 5 minutes.
Chairman, thank you so much. Thank you, Mr. Secretary, for being with us today. It's no surprise to any of my colleagues here that workforce development is a top priority of mine, and my questions center around that. From career and technical education to apprenticeships, I fully support programs that provide learners of all ages with career-ready skills. And one of my proudest moments as a member of Congress was when President Trump signed into law the Strengthening Career and Technical Education for the 21st Century Act that passed with unified support of my colleagues, Republican and Democrats alike, back in 2018. Which bolstered our nation's workforce system by increasing alignment with in-demand jobs and improving employer engagement so that more students have the opportunities to move into in-demand and jobs and successful careers. As you know, the Bureau of Labor Statistics released its job report earlier this month. Sadly, the report indicated there are 11.4 million jobs open and available, which remains a record high. Now, this report also found that 4.4 Americans quit their jobs just in April. Now, it's abundantly clear businesses are still struggling to hire qualified candidates with skills necessary to fill these job openings, and this is highly concerning to me. I think one of the things that have made part of American exceptionalism, whether you agree or disagree with that, is the fact that it's the quality of our workforce here in this country. Now, Mr. Secretary, my question is simple. What is the department doing to ensure that individuals have the skills necessary to fill these jobs and get people back to work?
Thank you, Congressman. And first of all, thank you for your opening statement there. It's great to see that we need to continue to work together. And I think the issues of workforce development is an area that every one of us in this Congress in the administration can work together on. When you think about the job openings in the country and you think about the quit rates in the country, people leaving, they're looking for better opportunity. And what I really want to do at the Department of Labor, what we talked about a little while ago in my opening statement and what we try to do every day, and I'd love to work with you directly on this, is work with companies in looking for the folks that they want to hire and what the job workforce development needs are, what the job skills needs are, and how do we make sure that we're putting these investments, somebody asked me a question earlier today, we're making these investments in taxpayers' dollars that they're actually making a difference in creating a pathway into good paying jobs all across America. Whether it's Boeing in South Carolina, whether it's Electric Boat in Connecticut, whether it's Tinker Air Force Base in Oklahoma or any part of the country, we're working to make sure we're expanding apprenticeships, number one. And number two, we're having dialogues through the Good Jobs Initiative. We have an event at the Department of Labor next week. We're going to have 475 different businesses and legislators and mayors and organizations talking about how do we create better pathways. And quite honestly, we cannot miss this opportunity. I think rather than sitting saying, this is the tragedy, what's going on in America, this is an opportunity that we have. So I look forward to working with you on that.
Well, Secretary, I certainly agree that, and I've always focused on adding rungs to the ladder of opportunity and that upward mobility that comes through that. But following up on this, local employers have need flexibility to replace the 3 million workers. Those are looking to climb that rung, that ladder on the ladder of opportunity. But the 3 million workers have gone missing from the workforce since the start of COVID-19. As you know, apprenticeships can help states fill open jobs, but the 85-year-old registered apprenticeship system needs to be updated to provide employers more flexibility. Given this situation, why is Washington not updating the apprenticeship system that's so that industry experts have more say in apprenticeship programs?
Yeah, what we're looking at, two things. Number one is we're looking at expanding apprenticeship programs to bring more industries into it. And I think that that's something that's really important to do. And second, we have an advisory board on apprenticeship that has been very active, that's made up of community colleges, workforce development boards, businesses, labor organizations. And we're working, the apprenticeship committee, advisory committee right now is working at ways of strengthening our apprenticeship programs in the United States of America. So as we continue to do that work, we'll get that information to you. As a matter of fact, I'd love to offline have a conversation with you about some of the ideas you might have.
Mr. Secretary, I look forward to that. I would encourage you in the makeup of that apprenticeship advisory committee, take a page out of the WIOA legislation that this committee passed a number of years ago, where we set a standard of workforce investment boards being at least 60% of employer. Those folks assign the front of a paycheck, not the back of it. And I think that would serve your efforts with apprenticeships very well. Thank you so much. Thank you, Chairman.
Thank you.